Today in the Transformational Storyteller Show, we have Miss Eliana Fernández. Welcome to the show, Eliana.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. I am so happy to have you here. I'm going to
Thank
tell
you.
everyone about you. Of course, it's such an honor to have you here today, and feeling just really blessed that you were able to say yes to our interview in short notice. Thank you for doing that.
You're welcome.
So, Eliana is an 11-year-old speaker and future bestselling author of Your 12 Superpowers. She has three sisters, and she says she has an amazing mom. I don't know about that. She's spoken and performed on stages around the world, and I've seen her do it. It's been amazing. And as an influencer, she's partnered with brands like Disney, Nickelodeon, Netflix, and so many more. Eliana, welcome to the show today.
Thank you.
And why don't we start by, you know, just sharing your story. I know that you have a transformational story that you shared in the Gifts of Pain book, but you're also sharing it all over the world, as I said earlier. Would you tell everyone about that story for us?
Yes. So it all started when I was lying on my bed, crying, wondering why my dad didn't come to my sixth birthday party. He didn't even call. It had been months since I had last seen or talked to him. I thought I would probably never see him again. As I tried to figure out how to deal with this painful reality, my mom encouraged me to start writing about my experience in an old notebook. I felt sad, angry, and confused all at the same time, but releasing these feelings and expressing them in words gave me a sense of calm. After some time, I started to focus on who and what I had left. I wrote about how I even still have my mom, my cats, my sisters, and everything I needed. Most importantly, that led me to discover I had superpowers inside of me. Not like teleportation, shapeshifting, time travel, superhuman strength, telekinesis, invisibility, or the force. Powers that no one can take away from me. Everyone has these powers, including all of you.
Yeah.
Our 12 superpowers are qualities that we are born with: generosity, compassion, courage, creativity, purpose, curiosity, authenticity, faith, autonomy, intuition, emotion, and connection. Then I became determined to use these superpowers more consciously in my everyday life and tell everyone about these 12 superpowers and how they can use them to change their lives, just like I did. Now
Wow.
I am happy, peaceful, and clear that my superpowers can get me through any situation. That's why I am on a mission to help kids, teens, and adults find their superpowers so that they can live a successful and fulfilling life.
Wow. Wow. Thank you for sharing that, Eliana. That is a powerful story, and you are a powerful girl. You
Thank
are
you.
a powerful human. Yeah. And you were so vulnerable sharing that story, and you believe in the power of storytelling. I know that. Why would you say it's important to share our stories?
I think our stories can benefit the lives of other people, including ourselves. When I was writing my story, I was able to fully see my pain and the importance of my mission and share my message with the world so others can heal too.
How was,
I
yeah, how was that process for you?
I love the story system because I was able because it's an incredible tool you can use whenever you tell your story. And through writing with the story system, you, who was very patient throughout the process, and I were able to craft my story incredibly so that it started as a good story and turned out to be an amazing story.
It is an amazing story. How was that process for you, of, putting into writing this, this piece of how you felt when you were on your sixth birthday?
Well, I mean, it took me back to a lot of memories, and I was like, whoa, I didn't know that I even remembered that. So I was able to, remember how I felt. And that's very important because that's what that's what makes me up, my emotions.
Yeah.
And and although it was hard to let some parts of the original draft go, it it was worth it because it's amazing now. It's so neat and organized. Yeah.
That's wonderful. Yeah. What are some of the countries where you shared your story?
The US, India, ooh, what else? The Bahamas and Mexico.
Wow, those are great. And many, many states in the US. Give me three of those states.
Chicago, Texas, and
So Chicago
California.
in Illinois and California. Okay.
California.
Okay. Wonderful. I love it. So why do you think it's important to tell our stories, as humans?
I think that when we share our experiences, that they can relate to other people and those people don't feel like they're alone. And then
Mhm.
they can realize how brilliant they are and start sharing their story too.
I love it. I love it. And could you tell us a little bit more about the 12 superpowers and the work that you do?
Yes. I help people all over the world find and activate their 12 superpowers so they can overcome any obstacles and achieve their highest potential. I have spoken about your 12 superpowers around the world, and most recently, I spoke in India in front of 700,000 people.
Wow. Tell
I
us
also,
about that
oh, that was
700,000 people.
that was amazing. I felt so incredible. Like if I told my 10-year-old self, like, you're gonna be speaking in India in front of more than 100,000 people, I don't think she would believe it because that's just like it's like a dream. I never even knew that existed until I was like standing right in front of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And didn't you just speak, or did you do something else?
I also performed.
Okay. Would you, I know you probably weren't thinking I was going to ask you this, but would you be able to or willing to sing like you sung
Yes.
in India at the
Yes.
ashram? Okay. Let's see.
Kerato ekachi dharma jagala prema arpave.
Oh, thank you. Oh, can you tell everyone what language this is in, and how did you get to perform this and also what it means?
Yes. So this is in Marathi, and so I actually learned this the night before I was going to speak because one of the organizers they told me, "Oh, how would you like to sing?" And I said, "Oh, okay." So I learned that and in one night and spoke it the next day. That was like I'm so nervous about it, but it just flowed like that.
I love it. Yeah, I like that you said that you were nervous about it because, a lot of people including myself. Sometimes we look at others on the stage and we have video of this, and you look so confident and so calm and so powerful, which you were. And usually right before you shine on stage, we shine on stage, the emotions come up. And
Yeah.
so I'm glad that you mentioned that. And so what does the song mean real quickly so that everybody knows a little bit of what you said there?
So this means that love is there is no religion, and love is what connects us all around the world.
Yeah. And so I had the pleasure and the honor to also speak at this ashram, and we were celebrating the life of a beloved um, man in India. His name is Rashtrasan Tutuji Maharaj, and he said, humanity is my religion.
Humanity is my
And
religion.
so that's definitely so beautiful and so exciting. And I love the work that you're doing. Is there anything else that you want to share about the work that you do?
Yes. So I recently launched my website, and it's your12superpowers.com. I write about my experiences, especially speaking, but of course, your 12 superpowers.
Oh my goodness. So when you said launch your website, I mean, I know what that means, but would you tell our audience what that means?
Yes, so I designed my website from scratch all by myself. Yes.
Yes, and then you launched it and it's there for everyone to look at, and you're still working on it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I should say, because most of my audience, they know I'm a web designer, and I've designed over 3,000 websites in
Yeah.
my career. And yet, Eliana was studying and following a process and doing it all on her own. And I'm really, really proud of you for that, Eliana.
Thank
It's
you.
yeah, it's really beautiful to see everything completed. And I'm proud that you are working on the book, Your 12 Superpowers. It is going to come out really soon. And I'm glad that we're doing the finishing editing touches. And when I say we, because I'm a developmental editor. You wrote it all on your own, right?
Yeah.
Tell us about the writing process a little bit.
So, the book that I started writing when I was expressing my feelings, that was kind of like a startup for me. That was like the core of this book. It's like I never published that book, but that was what led me to express my feelings and then discover what made my feelings.
Yeah, I love that. Yes, yes. So this is really your second book. And the first book is the core essence of what helped you discover the 12 superpowers. I love
Yes.
that. And so why do you think it's essential for everyone to know their 12 superpowers?
I think my work is important because when you activate your 12 superpowers, you'll be able to find solution to impossible problems and answers to questions you didn't even know you could answer.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, I have been in those situations where I think, there's an impossible, it's mission impossible, right? And
Yeah.
so tell us about how those superpowers work.
Well, you need to understand them in order to activate them, because you have to know, oh, I'm in this situation, I am not feeling brave right now, for example, courage. And then you need to go, but I have my superpower inside of me, and I can do this, and I can overcome whatever it is I'm facing if I believe that I can do it.
Yeah. And that also works for goals, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Did you activate? I get emotional and then I get it shows in my throat. And so, did you had to activate some of your superpowers to finish the co-writing of this book?
Yeah. I I definitely um I definitely activated courage because all those little pieces that I'm like, no, that's a great part. I was like, no, but I let it go and it went, and then this beautiful thing appeared in front of me and I'm like, yes, this is amazing.
Yeah,
So
I love it. What superpower did you talk about in India?
I talked about connection.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about what the gist of that process was.
So we we were making our talks and I realized, oh, connection connection is what really brings us together. Like all of these people, there are many people that fight and don't have equality with each other, but the reality is that we are all one. We are all people who have emotions, people who feel pain, who are happy, who are sad, who are angry. We all have a bunch of things that we that connect us. Like for example, you and I, we are mother and daughter, but also we love to create and we love to write. We love to write poetry, right? We love to make songs. We have these things that connect us, and I think that connection is what all of us need for us to be in a happy earth. All of us need to have connection.
Yeah. Mm, yeah, we do. And sometimes we are disconnected and like you said, divided. And and not only in our relationships, right? But that connection is so important to preserve and to get back to that connection. And yeah, I want to be connected forever with you. I really do.
I do too.
I know. So, before I ask you kind of the final question here, because I know that creativity is one of those superpowers that connect us, but also that you express in so many ways, playing instruments and writing and creating, like you said, and you draw beautifully and paint and all of you have just so many creative outlets. It's so beautiful and I've been so excited to nurture that and to allow it in your life. And so I think I get a little preview of how amazing you are every day. But I also want to share it with everybody. So would you be willing to share this song that you wrote about why everyone is and can be a thought leader in the world, a leader who shares power through their thinking?
Yes.
Okay. And I know you're sitting down, uh, and but I think it's gonna sound really well.
Thank you.
Okay, take your time.
You can make a difference, be a thought leader. You can change the world when you Wait.
Okay. I put you on the spot.
You can make a difference. You be a thought leader. You can change the world when you are your true self. Use your superpowers to serve humanity. You can change the world and your destiny. Everything in life begins with a thought. You can change reality with a single talk. So be the change maker you were meant to be. Stories and ideas can set the world free.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. Oh, you did it. Oh my. You're amazing. You're amazing. I'm so grateful that you decided to say yes to the interview today. We were going to travel, so you stepped up to share so that we could have a show today. And before we close, is there any kind of step that you want to share for everyone so that they can start on the journey of their 12 superpowers today?
Yes. I invite all of the people watching to use your 12 superpowers every single day so you can transform your life and help and inspire others as well.
I love it. Would you repeat the 12 superpowers so they know what they
Yeah.
are again?
So, your 12 superpowers are generosity, compassion, courage, creativity, purpose, curiosity, authenticity, faith, autonomy, intuition, emotion, and connection.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Eliana, for being part of the show today. I'm really grateful for all the wisdom that you've shared, for the inspiration that you are, for all of the work that you do to help humanity. You really are a powerful leader, and I'm really proud of you. And you have some comments from Kathy, from Mohideen, from Eniel. Everyone is so grateful that you shared your superpowers with us today. Thank you so much and come back.
Yes, of course.
Thank you, my love. And thank you,
So,
everyone, for being part of the Transformational Storyteller Show. I am just so grateful that you joined us today. Bye.